Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Jessica Grace Live. I'm your host, Jessica Grace, and I'm just looking really quickly to see how things sound on the live stream. I've got a different setup going on in my home studio space, so I just want to make sure that I'm sounding okay. Can you comment in the comment section and let me know if you can hear me okay? I want to make sure the audio is good before I send this out. So we won't be on too long tonight, but I am trying to make sure that we are consistent with our live stream because I know so many were excited about the Media Ministry Monday. And so I want to make sure that we're staying consistent with it. So, with that being said, we are going to keep going. But if you're here and you can hear me okay, let me know in the comment section if you can hear me okay. How do I sound? Maybe I need to turn the music down. Kind of let me know what it sounds like on your end. And I'm going to try to I'm trying to go to my channel on my phone. Okay, here we go. So I'm trying to go to my channel on my phone. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So I'm trying to go to my channel on my phone. Okay, everything sounds good. Thank you guys for your patience. So yeah, we're excited to be here. We're excited about Media Ministry Monday and all of the great things that we want to do with this segment. Thank you guys so much for being here. So again, I'm just trying out some different things, some different ways to bring you guys consistent content. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. If you know someone who is on a media ministry team at a church or at a paraministry, please tag them, send this to them. I need to send this to a couple of people right now. But before I do that, I need to make sure that I'm set up okay. Hello. Okay, as I was saying, got a different little setup in my studio space today, trying to try new ways to stay comfortable while I work. So just don't mind the setup, don't mind all of the things that may be out of place. We are going to get there. But the main focus of today is for us to work on some design techniques in Canva. And I'm just going to kind of talk you through some tasks that I have going on right now. So one more thing, there is someone that I want to make sure I send this out to right now, just to make sure. Let's see, live now. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting this out, and I hope you will do the same. Okay, so we're going to be talking about media ministry, and really, let me take that back. We're not going to be talking about media ministry as much as we are going to be talking about how to implement some of the media techniques and marketing techniques into your strategy for your church or your ministry. So I am working right now in Canva on my show, Jessica Grace Live. So I'm going to take you guys into Canva just so you can kind of see how I do certain things. And I'm going to talk you through how I do what I do so that you guys can kind of learn. So let me kind of get set up here. I'm going to share my screen. Like I said, bear with me if things are a little wonky. Which one is this? I think I'm just going to go to, I'm just going to go to this window here. Okay, so this is my Canva window where I have been working on the show Jessica Grace Live, and again, I wanted to just bring you into my workspace so you could kind of see how I do what I do, why I do what I do, and things of that nature, why I do the things the way I do them. But yeah, so let me make sure all is large enough for you to see. And I'm going to minimize this over here. But if you have questions, feel free to put them in the comment section and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. But again, so we're talking about using Canva and using, AI to help you in your designs. And there's so much that I want to share with you as far as how to do that, why to do that. Oh, you guys, I always forget to pay my Canva account, but you get the gist. It's here. Let me move to the page that I'm working on. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to come to that page here in just a second. But anyway, so I'm always trying to give you guys some good information on how you can take your projects to the next level as it relates to branding, design, marketing, and now we have the lovely tool of AI. And I'm super passionate about educating different groups and individuals on using AI and incorporating it into what you're already doing just as an enhancement. You know, AI is not here to replace people. I know people are always kind of talking about, or have been lately talking about, being replaced by AI. But if you are an expert and you're incorporating AI to enhance what you do and how you do what you do and to make your projects even greater, then you can't really be replaced as much because you are giving it, making AI a plus as to on top of your experience, on top of what you do and who you are, if that makes sense. So we'll talk about that more in another segment. But right now, I want to show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm kind of working on some branding for a series that I want to do. And the series that has been on my heart is called Stewarding the Vision. And so I'm going to do a special episode on this on the show. I'm going to do a special episode on this topic. But for now, what I'm trying to do is work on the branding for the series because I'm super big on branding. So for me right now, I just want to say that a lot of times, let me grab everything here. A lot of times, you can, like, for instance, if your pastor is doing a series, or if, you want to do a special series or what have you. And series can be something that you do just on Instagram. You may have a special Instagram series that you want to do. Oh my goodness, my computer thinks I'm saying Siri. I am not saying Siri. Okay, stop. Okay, so as I was talking about the series, she thought I was talking to her, and I thought she was about to try to do something while I'm talking. But anyway, so you may want to do a special series on Instagram or Facebook, like a content series, short form content series, like reels and things of that nature, or posts or what have you. Or your pastor may do a long form series, which is maybe more of like a sermon series, or something like what I'm doing with my show, my digital show. I am doing a series on stewarding the vision. And so I was playing around with just the branding for this. A couple of things I want to point out. So these are my brand fonts, excuse me. And I have particular fonts. These are the same fonts, but I have formatted them differently. So here is just the regular lowercase standard. And then here I have applied italics. And here I've applied all caps. And then this is my sans serif font that I'm using. And I just have it in all caps. But I love this one because in this particular font family, there are several different format options. So there's bold, there's semi-bold, there's regular, there's light. There are all of these different options. So with that being said, I'm working on this particular logo for the series, I guess you could call it. And I was playing around with it, and that's what inspired me to go ahead and bring you guys into the work session with me. So I'm kind of a little unsure of how I want this logo to be, because when God was speaking to me about this, you know, it was about, of course, the vision. Like, how are you stewarding the vision that He's given us? And so with that, I feel like I want to have more emphasis on vision than I do on stewarding, you know. So we're just going to play around with putting emphasis on both of these words. And then from there, we will decide which one will be best. So if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment section. Even if you have some ideas, put them in the comment section. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably just, sometimes I like to work on a blank slate, but let's see. I think I'm going to duplicate this page, and then we can kind of go back and forth. We can go back and forth. Okay, so as I stated, I want to put more emphasis on vision. And then I could kind of bring that up. It was kind of a lot more simple than I thought it would be. So that's one concept. We can, let's see here. So let's see, what size is this? 144, and then this is 139. Let's see what it would look like if we make this 144. Okay. All right, excellent. Let me do that here. Okay, so right now we do have a little bit more emphasis on vision. I still feel like stewarding is a little large. So if we take it down, it's just so pretty to me. It's so nice. So stewarding the vision. Okay. And then this is my, I guess you could say, byline or descriptive line, a special live stream on preparing for 2026 with faith, clarity, and excellence. All right. Now I'm going to put this on the next line. Okay. Okay. And then, so this can work. The only thing that I don't like about it is how empty this is. One of the things that I've learned in printing and just transferring logos and things, you really want to kind of make sure that dimension wise that it's really kind of as proportioned as it could be, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, simply because you just want to make sure it's easy to put in different types of spaces. So that's better. So this is what we had, where, I mean, that's really nice and very creative. So it's not bad, but you have to think about, like, if I was to put this on a shirt, which I wouldn't, I would probably put this on a notebook. But if I did, you know, you want to make sure that it will fit okay. Okay. So let me put this banner up here so we can make sure we get people who understand what's going on here. All right. So, okay, so this is where we are with the design so far. So I like it. To me, it looks like a blog. It looks like the press. It's the printed press. And then we have, yes, I feel like this one is probably going to be the one. This is the one that I resized. I love it. Okay. So to be honest, I have to think about, is this good enough? Is this what I want? Or this is the original here. This is enlarged, a little bit more proportioned. And then this is a little bit more creative because of the blank space. And then I have one more idea, and that is making the word stewarding a little bit more small, a little smaller. So for instance, we can duplicate this page again. And as we duplicate it, I think I'm going to have to bring my microphone closer because I feel like my audio is probably not the best. Yeah, I can just bring it just like this. And hopefully it won't fall. Okay. I'm going to try to put it like this so we can have some of the best audio as possible. All right. So we are now looking at, oh, and it looks like I got a little drop shadow on there, which I absolutely love. Okay, so let's see. Let's see which one will look best. So we're working on the flyer, and that's what sparked all of this. So I'm going to duplicate. I have so many duplicated pages, but I'm going to keep duplicating until I feel like I'm done. And so this is the theme for Wednesday. So I was kind of playing around with putting it here. But anyway, there's Wednesday Wisdom. That's the theme for Wednesdays. But then this is the logo. So it's not that bad, but I kind of want to see what we could do if we use one of the ones that we just created. So which one do we want to use? I think we'll use this one. Okay, we can go ahead and group that. We're going to delete this. All right. And I really like the size of the wording. It fills in that space so well. But I know that the descriptive line needs to be smaller. So let's just see if we can make it yeah, we're just gonna all right, and then we can ungroup it. And we'll make it just a little smaller. So I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm not settled on the logo. I really am not, because I really want I really want it to be more centered, I guess, within itself. Let's see. So I could center it more like, so when that line pops up, that lets me know it's centered. So I could center it like that. And I like that. I really, really do. I feel like we need a little bit more space. So you always want to have at least 0.25. And I just kind of eyeball it at this point. But you always want to have at least a 0.25 from the top. And yeah. So with that being said, I need to bring this down. So I just kind of want to bring down all of this, to be honest. I want to bring it down just a little bit and see how that looks. And we do have room. All right. Bring this down. So what questions do you guys have? Right now we're working in Canva. Do you have questions about Canva? Anything that you've been trying to figure out how to do and need some ideas on how to do it in Canva? I will say that I am a former designer in Photoshop. I mean, I still use Photoshop when I have to, but I have transitioned completely to Canva just because it's so much easier to work, you know, on a mobile basis. Also, I'm able to, most of the team members that I've had, that's another reason why I have transitioned to using Canva primarily as our design tool, because most of the team members that I've brought on were not really familiar with how to use Photoshop. This is nice. So because of that, I chose to really incorporate Canva. So I want to create a gradient. That's one thing that I have learned to do. So let me explain this. When it comes to like Photoshop, and I'm only putting this here so that I can work on my gradient. But when it comes to Canva versus Photoshop, there are certain things that you can do in Canva to help level up your design like you would in Photoshop. So what that means is basically one of the things that I've learned to do that I love is incorporating gradients, of course, drop shadows, and things of that nature. And Canva has come a long way. You used to could not do gradients and drop shadows in Canva, but now you can. So that's a great way to make your graphics look super creative. And honestly, if I had more time, just in general, there's so much more that I would do with this graphic and any other graphic. But I try to stay in the seat of a planner and a strategist, more so a producer, more so than the actual designer, because it just takes me forever. So, all right, let's see. So with Canva, you can do a, what am I trying to say? What are we going to do? A gradient. We're going to go to my apps. Yeah. And we're going to go here. This is the app that I use. It's called Type Gradient. And this is the one that I use for, what is it called? Gradient text. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just take it word by word, and then we're going to place it where it should go. So I'm looking for my font. And now we need to work on the colors. So I'm thinking we will use cream color here, which is going to be the same cream color as this. So I'm just going to copy the color code. Okay, and then I'm going to go here in the middle and I'm going to, I feel like it's already here, but I can't remember what it looks like. So I'm going to copy and paste. All right, so that is the middle, and I'm going to change this. So I'm just stretching out the gradient so that it hits more of the letters. And then I'm going to change these colors. I want to change, oh, I hate it when it just does what it wants to do. So strange. And then I'm going to change this one. All right. And so this is what we have. So we just need to see, how this looks. I think the spacing here is a little different. Yeah, I have it -53. Let's see, can I do that? I can. Okay, so the spacing here is -53. That letter spacing is a part of what makes it, what? All right, -53. Why is it doing that? -53. You know what? Yeah, letter spacing -53. So I don't know why it's doing that. I might need to, maybe. Okay. And so now we're going to click update element. Oh, I don't know why it switched the text around. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to get the text to be kind of close because that's a part of what made it so nice here. But as you can see, we're having a little bit of challenge. So anyway, questions. Do you have questions? Do you have questions about Canva and things you can do in Canva? So strange. I think I might need to just restart this. I think I'm going to need to restart this browser. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. So we're going back to where we were. We were here. Okay, and I'm working in the wrong file, but nevertheless, let's see. All right, so now let's try to figure out this letter spacing. So strange. I don't understand why it's so backwards. Makes me want to type it in backwards. Let's try that. N-I. How do you type it backwards? That's the question. Okay, let's see. G-N-I-D-R-A-W-E-T-S. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get it to where you need it to be. Okay, so now we're gonna just kind of keep playing with it until we can figure out what setting we need. This is so strange. So for those of you just coming on, we are basically applying a gradient, and I'm having trouble with this app. It will not connect. So we may not be able to use it, which is fine. One thing I'm learning, guys, is, sometimes it's just not going to be perfect. And in order for you to steward the vision well, get it done, you're going to have to just do what you can do and move on. I'm learning that, and it's something that I'm very proud of learning because, yeah, tired of not getting things done when I want to get them done. So you got to move forward. You got to move on. So I think that's good enough. You guys get the message. Everybody gets the message. So we're going to roll with it. Bring it down just a little bit. Okay, we're going to delete you. And I'm going to change the color of this circle because this was really for breast cancer awareness. And yeah. You know what? It looks like there's another circle back there. Let's change that. Kind of like that color better. Oh, I know. This one has... I don't know why this is like this. Okay, that's there. I don't know why it's so different in color. Oh, I see. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the dipper because I like this color better. And we're going to place this back in the center of this circle, hopefully. Okay. I'm going to delete this. And I think we're pretty good to go on this flyer. I kind of feel like this may be a little too dark. Yeah, I like that. See, like I said, this is this is where I get caught up. I get a little caught up, y'all. Okay. So this is my guest for this coming I'll be putting all this information in and things of that nature. But she is going to be our guest on the show this coming Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned. Yeah. Just trying to see what I like. Just trying to. Mm-hmm. All right. Definitely like it without the line around it. It's perfect. Okay. So this is where we are. We've got a great flyer. We're going to transition this to our full screen graphic for the show as well, which we have a template for that. And you guys have seen that if you joined us for this particular episode, which was our first episode with Erica. And we talked about challenges that she faces from time to time at her church. It was really cool. This was the kickoff episode. So we have our standard template for this. And what I try to do, one of the things that I'm really particular about is keeping your files organized so that you can find your files and your content. So even in Canva has the for some reason I'm frozen over here. I guess that's my sign to stop for the night. But Canva has the projects, so the folders here. So you can actually create a folder for certain things. So I have a folder for certain projects. So I have a folder for the show. It's called Jessica Grace Live Show Graphic Templates. And so we have a template for every day of the show, Monday through Friday. And each day has its own graphic set. So you can do that as well. Like, for instance, if your church, if you have a certain graphics that you guys play for or display for communion or, youth Sunday, what have you, you can have a folder with all of those graphics in it if you use Canva. So you would just create that folder and then organize them there. Additionally, I like to keep my assets, which are your images and things of that nature. I like to keep those organized and in folders. So, I've been utilizing my team for a lot of our designs, so I haven't had to do much in my own account. But in our team account, which is in Canva, we have folders and they have a way of organizing, pictures for this project, that project, what have you. So you can have folders even for like all of your youth Sunday photos or all of your leadership team photos. For instance, the staff, the church staff, the pastor, everybody on staff, the volunteers, what have you. So there's so many things that you can do in Canva and so many ways that you can stay organized. But I think that's enough for tonight. I don't want to go too long because I want to give everybody an opportunity to go back and watch the replay. Now, I did create this logo or font pair, what have you. I've created this from scratch. But sometimes what I do is I will go to text and I will go here where it says font combinations. And so this is a lot of times like how I will get logo inspiration. These are awesome. Like this one is really nice. Rollout. And so what you can do is you can go here and you can type in something to give you a certain group of fonts. So say, for instance, I wanted to say something like kids, like I want a logo or a font combination, rather, that would be appealing to kids. So this one popped up, that's really nice. But then I could also go over here to logos. Where is it? Where? Oh, where? Okay, templates. All right, so it's already here. I don't know how this happened. But here I can put in kids. Okay, so it's giving me flyers and things. Let's see, kids logo. If I was in a logo file, then boom. But here are some kids logo designs. So this is sometimes how I am able to, yay, hey, Stephen, you are, because I'm about to log off. But it's good to see you. So this is sometimes when I don't want to create something from scratch like we did today for Stewarding the Vision for that series. I really, really like this one. I think I'm going to change it. I just like the dimensions. I like how, I don't know. I like how it's centered. I don't know. But anyway, so if I wanted to, I could go here and like, these are so cute. Well, this is a full design, so it's trying to add a new page. But this is cute for like children's church. This is a logo right here. Boom. Say your church is called Cornerstone. Jesus. Cornerstone. Okay. Kids Zone, Cornerstone Church, So that's it right there. So, that's really cool. I think it's just so, so cool. And again, that's one way that I'll do it sometimes, or I'll just go to the font pairs. And I will just look at all of the options and just search for something that speaks to. This is super cool for like youth ministry, future ready. This is awesome. So these are great ways to just have different creative branded content pieces within your ministry. Yep. So it's not that hard. And then, templates like crazy. Now, with AI, and we'll let this be our last little exercise, but with AI, you can generate so many things. We can generate images, we can generate video, we can generate code. But right now, let's say we want to generate a group of kids playing in, let's see, let's just say playing in, what do you call those things? Play area at church. Let's see what it gives. And so say we want to go to Kids Zone here, and we want to get a picture of this. So now what we can do is we can add one of these pictures. Now, I feel like it really kind of gave me a bunch of stock images that was already here, but that's fine. But Canva can generate images just like that. It can generate an image. But these are search results. Oh, because I pressed this. So these are search results, but I can also generate an image. So let me try that real quick because that's what I was trying to do. Okay, so here is where it will pop up. So of course there's several different stock photos, so you can find something, or we can go with this. And this is so nice. Except it has the scene outside. So you have to be very specific with what you want, but this is not bad. So we can make this the background. We can lower the opacity so that we can see our logo. And then boom. This is what people will see when they click or when they sign their kids up or whatever we want them to do. This is what people will see. And if we want to make it a little bit more visible, we can add a drop shadow. Go over here to shadows. We can add some things just to kind of give it a depth to feel. I think I'm going to do, yeah, we're going to lift. So, you know, that's an option. We have options. Okay. All right. You know, hey, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. But this is an option. This is a way to do it. So I am going to pause right here because it is bedtime. But I am so glad that you guys tuned in just to kind of see what I'm doing and how it came out. Yeah, so I'm excited, you guys. Media Ministry Monday is going to be great. We're getting into all the things. We have so much content, so many resources that we are going to make available. So I want you guys to stay tuned for all of that because it's going to be awesome. Let me turn off the screen here. All right. Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. So make sure you stay in touch. Let me know what projects you're working on with your church media team and what type of support you need. We help people, and I say we as in my company, It's J Media. We help all the way from branding, design, marketing, project planning, incorporating public relations, communication strategies, retention strategies, worship experiences, and what type of experiences the people have when they come to your ministry. We help with all of that. So I would love to work with you and your team. As it relates to training, I do offer one-on-one and group training. So that can be in person or virtually. So I'd be happy to do some training with your team to kind of show them how to be a bit more efficient for 2026. Okay, so thank you guys for being with me. And until next time, I will see you another time right here on Jessica Grace Live. I'm hoping I'll be back tomorrow on our Tuesday Tips episode where I will be talking about incorporating AI in your planning and how I use AI to help me with my planning for everything that I do, particularly business projects. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.